Good evening, I'm Prasad, and this is KiniNews. With close to 7,000 new COVID-19 cases reported today, the government will decide tomorrow on whether it's finally time for a total lockdown. The Health Ministry reported 6,806 new COVID-19 cases today, making it the highest number reported in a single day. It's even higher than yesterday's figure, which exceeded the 6,000 mark for the first time. Over 2,900 of the new cases were from the Klang Valley, with Selangor alone reporting 2,277, followed by Kuala Lumpur with 655 cases and Johor with 615 cases. Meanwhile, the federal government will decide whether to implement a total lockdown to stem the spread of COVID-19 tomorrow. De facto Law Minister Takiyuddin Hassan said the National Security Council will deliberate the matter during a meeting chaired by the Prime Minister. The meeting tomorrow will also involve all Menteri Besar and Chief Ministers. Takiyuddin, who is also the Kota Bharu MP, was speaking to reporters after attending a meeting by the Kelantan chapter of the NSC in Kota Bharu today. He also assured Malaysians that the government was focusing all its efforts on the COVID-19 pandemic. The Penang State Government's war of words with the federal government over COVID-19 vaccines may soon come to an end, with Guan Eng saying he'd be willing to apologise if the claims of it being a scam is true.
The AP Secretary-General Guan Eng said he is willing to apologise to Khairi Jamaluddin if the ministers claim that a private company's offer to contribute 2 million doses of the Sinovac COVID-19 vaccine to Penang was a scam. In a statement today, Lim explained that when the Health Ministry prevented Penang from accepting the purported offer, the ministry did not claim the company was bogus. The legitimacy of the company, Zing Thai Development Enterprise Ltd, has come under scrutiny after Khairi revealed yesterday that Sinovac manufacturers were unaware that it had any dealings with the company. Khairi also claimed that the company did not exist in the Hong Kong Business Register, where it claims to be based. A red-faced Penang Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow yesterday urged the alleged donor to clear the air, and this has not done so at the time of writing. On Tuesday, an upset Lim lashed out at Putrajaya for blocking the purported donation of Sinovac vaccines during a press conference. However, Lim said that regardless of the incident, the core issue remains. Putrajaya was still making it difficult for state governments to procure COVID-19 vaccines.
While we all wait for the government to decide if a total lockdown will be implemented, you can actually start on your own. The Health Ministry has prepared a guide. But before that, if you'd like to see more content like this, click the link in the description and become a contributor. The COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia is at the worst level yet since the outbreak started last year. But with a fairly loose movement control order in place, the Health Ministry has urged Malaysians to consider a self-imposed lockdown. In a tweet today, the Health Ministry proposed 5 steps to self-lockdown. These steps appear to be restrictions that Malaysians can take to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Number 1. Limit grocery shopping to once a week. Number 2. Purchase fuel for a full tank when refueling vehicles. Number 3. Pray with family members for Muslims. Number 4. Buy online where possible. And number 5. Ensure zero visitors. Although the entire Klang Valley has been under the movement control order, beginning in some parts on May 6th, the number of daily COVID-19 cases in the region is still trending upwards. This was despite the suspension of social activities, all forms of schooling and religious activities. Health Minister Dr. Adam Baba said his ministry has tabled a proposal for a full lockdown in the Klang Valley, which alluded to the suspension of most business activities similar to restrictions imposed in March last year. According to the Straits Times, the authorities are debating the proposal. So far, Finance Minister Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz has responded negatively. He predicted that shutting down businesses will derail the government's goal of achieving 6 to 7.5% economic growth for this year. Nunopha, who appears to be more active than Dora the Explorer with her adventures during the MCO, has pleaded not guilty.
Celebrity and traveller Nunopha Muhammad Noor and her husband Muhammad Haris Muhammad Ismail pleaded not guilty today to violating Standard Operating Procedures (SOPs) to curb the spread of COVID-19 at the Seremban Magistrates Court. The charge was in relation to their visit to a carpet shop earlier this month. 32-year-old Nunopha was charged with failing to scan the My Sejahtera application or register herself manually when entering Kedai Naim Carpet, Kawasan Perindustrian Nilai 3, Nilai, at 4 p.m. on May 2nd. Meanwhile, her 26-year-old husband Haris was charged with 2 counts for failing to wear a face mask and failing to register via MySejahtera or manually. The charges against them were read out before Magistrate Mayun Yusof. The court set June 4th for mention after allowing Haris bail of 10,000 on both charges and Nunopha bail of 5,000 with one surety against. The couple posted bail. Charged with violating Regulation 19 of the Prevention and Control of Infectious Diseases Regulations 2021, they could face a fine not exceeding 50,000 or imprisoned for up to 6 months or both if found guilty.
Shellfish, red meat, and beer. If you love indulging in these foods, you may end up with high uric acid level in your blood. These foods consist high level of purine, a substance that will eventually break down into uric acid and be excreted through our urine. It is recommended that the amount of dietary purines should be kept between 600 to 1000 milligrams per day. Having too much uric acid in your blood can cause attacks of gout. It can also cause kidney stones and blockage in the kidney. The crystallization of the excessive uric acid in your blood can be eased by reducing purine-rich food to only 100 to 150 milligrams daily, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and consuming urinary alkalinizer like Ural. It consists of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and sodium citrate that increases the urinary pH and solubility of uric acid to prevent crystallization. Best of all, it's lemon-flavored and sugar-free. Ural, effective urinary alkalinizer. Neutralize your uric acid problem now.
What you're about to see is not a scene from the latest Rajinikanth film. It's actually an assault recorded in Cameron Highlands. Due to some of the things said in the video, the MIC president himself has lodged a report to distance himself and his party from the assailants.
This video went viral yesterday depicting a man being beaten by unknown assailants for purportedly having insulted MIC President S.A. Vigneswaran and MIC Deputy President M. Saravanan. Following this, Vigneswaran launched a police report at the Dangwangi District Police Headquarters last night. The MIC President emphatically denied any knowledge of the assailants and any connection to himself, Saravanan or the MIC and urged the police to investigate the matter fully. He said because his name and that of Saravanan were mentioned by the assailants while beating the victim, it may create the false impression that he was beaten on their instructions. Vigneswaran also denied any knowledge of the assailants and any connection to himself, Saravanan or the party. In the report filed last night and cited by Malaysia Kini, Vigneswaran said that at 5:32 p.m. yesterday, he received a viral video via WhatsApp in which a man of Indian ethnicity was seen being beaten by unidentified assailants. Acting Criminal Investigation Department CID Director Dev Kumar, when contacted, confirmed that police have received the report. However, because the incident happened in Cameron Highlands, the matter was referred to the Pahang police contingent. Pahang CID Chief Othman Nanyan, when contacted, said he will issue a press statement on the case soon.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad Michael. Thank you for watching.